Well, this picture may bring back a lot of memories that you possibly wanted to forget. Remember this, January 24, 2021? With the rest of the team already in the locker room, Stefon Diggs stayed on the field, watching confetti fall on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs after Kansas City locked up their second consecutive trip to the Super Bowl.
Hands on his hips, eyes locked downfield. That celebration could have been his. It could have been all of Buffalo's. And this weekend, Diggs and his teammates get a rematch of sorts when the Bills head back to Kansas City for Sunday Night Football.
All right, right over my right shoulder, right here, there is the lineup there. Sports Talk Live. That starts at 6:30 p.m. Then the Sunday Night Football pregame at 7 p.m., then kickoff at 8:20. And to get you ready, our own Ashley Holder was able to sit down with Stefon Diggs. It is a very rare television interview for the Bills star wide receiver, and it's a Two on Your Side original.
To be the best, you got to put up the numbers.
Diggs to the goal line and in for the Buffalo touchdown.
And number 14 has the math on his side. Stefon Diggs, league-leading 127 catches and more than 1,500 yards receiving, broke records during his first year in Buffalo. His sophomore season is here, and it's off to a similar start.
Stefon Diggs, touchdown Buffalo.
We've seen what he can do on any given Sunday, but away from football.
Who is Stefon Diggs?
I'm charismatic, I'm playful, especially with the people that I know and I trust. But if I don't really know you, I'm not gonna really say too much or do too much around you. But as far as like my outgoing personality, I'm fun, I'm laid back, I don't do too much. I'm not really an outgoing out person, I'm a homebody. And I like cracking jokes.
Well, that's interesting that you say you don't like to go out like that, because your style is nice. So you just dress to stay in the house? Because someone has to see it.
Sometimes I be in the house looking nice, you know what I'm saying? Quarantine did that a lot for a lot of people. So for me, only time I really go out is to like get our outfit off. I go to dinner, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe pop out every once in a while. I usually only go out with my siblings, you know, my brothers. So I got enough of them to hang out with. So tell them to take a pic when I'm with them.
A fashionista in his own right. Just check out his Instagram. But behind all the glitz and glam is a man who is down to earth and all about his family. He learned that from his dad, Aaron, who passed away when Steph was only 14 years old.
That was my leader. That was my best friend. So when you have him, you have somewhat of a crutch or somebody to lean on, even if you might not lean on him as much, but you still have him there. So not having him here more so shaped me, because, you know, I learned how to stand on my own 10. I learned how to lead my little brothers. I learned how to, you know, kind of like just start being that family man and kind of doing stuff more so looking outside of you and just making decisions for everybody else, not just yourself.
Well, what's the biggest thing that you took away from him that he was able to teach you in those 14 years before you lost him?
Hustle. You just got to work. You know what I'm saying? Everything you want, you got to put in a lot of time, even when things don't go your way, even when things aren't going good. You know, just continue to grind, continue to push forward, because eventually it'll turn the corner.
With his hero gone, Stefon's relationship with his mother, Stephanie, only got stronger.
Well, that's Superman and Superwoman. You know what I'm saying? Losing my dad was definitely pivotal, but she held the fort down. You know, even when my dad was living, she was to me, I guess, from what I think I know, as a primary breadwinner. But she worked 2-3 jobs. She did everything that she could. So she always got my utmost respect and love, just because, you know, part of somebody being your mom is one, but her doing everything that she can of her for like 4 or 5 kids, you know, that takes a soldier.
For you, you took over kind of the household as the man. You have a younger brother that also plays for the Dallas Cowboys as well. How have you guys been able to push each other, because he looks at you as a father figure?
Yeah, it's been a hell of a ride, even up to like when he made his decision to go to Alabama, you know, as his recent success, you know what I'm saying? It's no surprise to me. My brother is super talented, you know what I'm saying? He's a hell of a kid, and he's growing into the man that he's supposed to be. But for me, it's just a sight to see that, you know, when you lead by example, people do pay attention, even if they don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? You never know who's watching you. And I always felt like my little brother's eyes was on me, even if I didn't really, you know what I'm saying, really notice him. So for me, it was just more so putting in that time and putting that grind, and, you know, it'll all translate, and he'll see for himself, you know.
Is that because when you guys get out in the field, he has to guard you, and he has to figure out how to make that happen? Is that why he has the success he has?
I mean, excuse my language, I don't know, but we have the argument all the time. I've been going against him since he was 12 years old. I mean, even when I'm 5 years apart from him. So he lost a lot of reps back in the day, you know what I'm saying? He ain't losing that many this time around, but.
So are you saying that he's better than you now?
No way. I mean, I'll see him eventually. We talk about it all the time as far as like playing against each other, and I told him I'm going to deep every time.
A sibling rivalry that we can only hope to see on the field someday soon.
The Dallas Cowboys select Stefon Diggs.
How proud were you of him in that moment when you saw his name get called, his number get called in that moment?
It was amazing just because in that situation, you know, right then and there, of course he wanted to go higher. You know, he wanted to be in the first round. I'm like this. Yeah, you want to be in the first round. I know I wanted it more than him probably just because I felt like he deserved it. But I was like this, you right where you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying, trust it and believe in it, because it's crazy because as of recently, you know, he plays for the Dallas Cowboys. I was like, if you got drafted a little earlier, you could have been playing with the Jacksonville Jaguars. You know what I'm saying? Be thankful for your situation if you look back, because it all could have went another way. You know what I'm saying? You right where you're supposed to be shining, so it's a blessing.
And Stefon feels the same with the Bills. No regrets after making the move from Minnesota to Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm as happy as I could be. In the past, you know, apples and oranges really just because it was a totally different situation. They had a totally different way of running things. Now I feel like I got a new opportunity, clean slate, and I'm gonna just be the same person I was, and it's just, you know, it worked out for me.
It's also worked out pretty well for the Bills, securing a star on and off the field.
And so much more to talk about with Stefon Diggs coming up. We talk football on that side of things, the Chiefs rematch, and the pressure he puts on himself. So that's coming up on part 2 on Channel 2 News at 6, just ahead of Sunday Night Football. So that was an amazing time to sit down with him, get to know who he is off the field, because a lot of people don't know much about Stefon Diggs. You know, they just know who he is on the field.
Very different. I love the questions you asked, because that is not what I would have expected to hear at all. I thought he was going to be the life of the party type, and you showed he really is a homebody.
He says he likes to be home, he likes to hang out, chill, and obviously he's a very, very big family man. So I hope one day that we'll get to see him and his brother go up against each other.
Wouldn't that be great?
It would be really amazing.
And you know what's great too is his relationship with Josh Allen. They really have got it's an authentic relationship.
Absolutely, and we talk a lot about that in part 2.
That's great.
That's a great tease. I can't wait to see the next part. Great work, Ashley.
Thank you.
Thank you.